Three, two, one. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Inside Movies Galore. I'm your host, David Dreggy, and here in the room with me, I have actor Andrew Scorpion Mensah with me from Ghana, Africa. How are you doing today?
I'm blessed by God's grace.
And I just want to say
I believe you
how
are
did
doing
you
well
get
too.
involved? How did you get involved in acting? First of all, and where are you from originally? How did you get involved in acting, and where are you from originally? How did you get involved in acting, and where are you from originally? Oh. All right, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we're having a small, slow start to the interview. View. We have a very weak signal. We'll get him back in a moment. We'll try this again. I lost you. I guess we lost him for a couple of moments. Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Oh, it's like it wants to. So basically, who I'm trying to connect with is Andrew's Scorpion Mensah. Um, and this is my first time trying to connect with him um, in any way, shape, or form. So if this stream doesn't work, then I will probably just delete it. But I'm at least attempting to. All right, there you are again. Sorry
Yeah,
about this.
I'm having problem with my network, so I need to reposition myself again.
Not a problem. Where are you from originally? Are you originally from Ghana?
Yeah, nationally, let's say biologically, I'm from Ghana. My mom is a Ghanaian, and my dad is also a Nigerian.
Okay.
And
And
so I'm
I lost your audio there for a moment. You said your mom was Ghanaian and your dad was Nigerian.
Yeah, my dad is a
Okay.
Nigerian, and my mom is a Ghanaian. So
Okay.
automatically, I'm a Ghanaian.
Okay. So when did you get involved in acting? How at what age? All right, because we're having such difficulties, there's definitely going to be some glitches from here on out. But I'm going to attempt to have a conversation, even though very minimal it will be. It may not be the best recorded conversation, but at least we'll get to hear somewhat of a coherent conversation. I just kind of wanted to get a sense of who who he is as a person, because I know that he's been through a lot this past year, and getting back on the wagon again after being attacked like he was. Um, is something to behold. Um, Scorpions has told me in past conversations that he has been part of over 400 productions. So here he is again.
Reposition again.
Not a problem. I'm kind of used to the weak signal. I had the same problem with your friend and brother. So when I had him on, so
Okay.
but when did you get involved in acting?
That was 2005.
Okay, so
205.
you got
October
you
205.
okay. And what was the first production you were ever part of?
The first production I joined was Crystal International Films. They came from Accra and I met them in Kumasi. So I joined them for a TV series, and we had about 6 to 8 months rehearsals and training. So lucky for me, I was trained as a director there, and I was groomed as also a TV presenter because it's a multimedia, production. So I was trained, and we were doing some TV series which were supposed to be on TV. And somewhere along the line, after shooting everything,
Oh,
it anymore. It has to collapse, and they moved. And I joined the production also in Kumasi again. That was Great Empire Production. And somewhere along the line, to the production collapsed. I had to join one of the directors, which is Ninja. So he never gave up. He set up a new production till now. Mhm. So that was then. So I actively with the Ninja Movies production, and that was a production that without Ninja production I wouldn't have been in the industry. So he brought me out.
okay. And oftentimes I think directors in Ghana go to you because you know a lot of martial arts, um, and have learned a lot since. And how how did you get involved in the martial arts? Was that before you started acting?
Um,
Oh, we're having another glitch. Yep, we're definitely having another glitch. So I'm trying to get. All right, I'll wait for a moment. All right. So my question then was, did you get involved with martial arts before you started acting?
exactly. I did street boxing. I did street boxing way back in Nigeria. That
Okay.
was 1997 to 1999. So I was a street fighter way back in Nigeria. That was at my basic level of education. So there is a hot city, so you need to be strong to withstand the environment. So I went into boxing just to make sure I'm safe out there. So I did street boxing for 2 years. Then 2000, I came back to Ghana here, and when I came back to Ghana, I couldn't walk into boxing anymore because here you won't. The environment is very cool and calm. So so I had to boycott. I had to ignore boxing and do my normal basic training, in that home. So 3 years from 2000, and that was 2003. I walked into martial arts again. I met a colleague, and a friend just introduced me into a martial club. Then I joined the martial club in Kumasi. And 203, I did martial art 203, 204, 205. Then I moved. Before I get into move into filmmaking, and when I get into filmmaking too, it wasn't actually for martial arts. And then we were doing this normal drama, and this spiritual effects and all those stuff. So somewhere along the line, the director himself also had some few knowledge about martial arts, about kung fu. So he thought of trying to, introduce some stuff of some kind of attack and defense gradually into stories. So he knew that I'm a martial artist. I'm a trained martial artist. So he said, "Oh man, since you're a trained martial artist, then I need to start getting you into some moves." So we started introducing some attack and defense into the stories, and the viewers also really love it, and they encourage us to get in martial art movies. So with
Okay.
our viewers, they encourage us, and they motivate us to get into martial art movies. So we started introducing some attack and defense into the stories, and the viewers also really love it, and they encourage us to get in martial art movies. So
All right, we're having another glitch here, so um, he may come back, or it may not. But from what? Okay, is it coming back? See, this is going to be one of those funny interviews. I don't know if he's hearing me or whatnot, but from what I gather, he was telling me that the director that he was working with realized that he was his potential, and um, basically started using him again. Let's kick that one from the studio. All right. And let's add this one to the stream once I get a chance here. All right, we'll try this. Hello? Hello? Okay, you're not. I'm gonna. We can try this again. So we're gonna get bits and pieces in snippets, but we're gonna get this interview. But it's gonna be entertaining, folks. Once I can get him connected, because the audio is strong when it's strong. You know, I should be able to, once I get this down from you, to be able to um, cut and splice it. At least a little better in an audio form. So, no worries, I'm still here. Because he's so far away, it's kind of interesting, because I did have the same problem with Yellow Man, um, from time to time. It would it would cut out, and it's probably due to the distance and what we can and can't it can't connect. It's an interesting thing because when it's strong, it's strong. When it's not, it's not. But I liked hearing some of that. I mean, from what I gathered, he was in a production company called Ninja Productions. Um, and the director, which I'm gonna try to see if I can't get the director's name once he comes back on. I know that this interview is a little bit discombobulated, but we'll get what we can. Hello.
Sorry, I'm having problem with my network.
Not a problem. I pretty much told the audience we're having snippets of conversation because of audio stuff. So, so you were saying that a director noticed that you had talents in the martial arts, and so he started to use you in said roles. What was the name of that director, by the way?
Ninja.
Okay, so that
Samuel
was
King Cancer. Yeah, it's popularly known as Ninja. Yeah.
It seems like many directors go by like mascot names or something like that. You know, like like street
That's a
names
brand name.
or a brand name. Yeah. So
yeah, those are brand names.
how many productions did you do under Ninja, by the way?
I did 15 productions.
So 15
productions in 9 good years.
Okay. And which productions do you think were productions that you think that should be talked about? The ones that you most notably remember.
Yeah, the one that came by the name that I got the name Scorpion from was B14. That was a movie that I adopted. That's I got the name Scorpion from B14. So and before B14, we had a one called When Somebody Soon as Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry came before B14. So before B14, I was popularly known as Baraka.
Okay.
And after B14, then I adopted the name Scorpion because I played the role of Scorpion in the movie. So then Baraka, Scorpion, Baraka, Scorpion, Baraka, Scorpion. Those are the names so far. The kids will call me Baraka, Scorpion. So those are the movies that got the name Scorpion.
Okay. I'm gonna go back a ways to let's start with do you know these movies, Action Girl and Kaiwa versus Ninja? From
Chihuahua
2013
versus Ninja. Yeah. 2013. Exactly.
How did you get involved with those productions?
Okay, way back, that was 2013. Before 2013, I was still with Ninja
Oh, here we go again.
opportunity to go out. It was just all about Ninja production, and I wasn't given the opportunity to go out there and shoot or being featured in any other stories. So, though a couple of directors and producers had wanted to use me during that time, and I was deprived the opportunity to go to be featured in any other movie. So, when I got to realize that there are many opportunities out there for me to grab, and there are many chances. There are big producers and directors who have been longing to get me in their stories, and he has deprived me of those opportunities for several years. Then I had to, switch. So when I got to know that I've been deprived of that opportunity to be featured in many other stories out there, so being in Ninja production alone cannot get me where I want to be. So I thought it wise that I had to go out there and
Grab the
join
opportunities that you
other
could.
productions as well. Because he won't let you join any other production to shoot with any other production. Because he thought of it thought that any other production will be I was denying Ninja and also Chiwa versus Ninja. And when he got to realize that I was in the production, he said, "No, it's a restriction for my production for any of my members to go out there and shoot." I told him that I'll be denied of many opportunities to go out there and shoot. And besides, too, I had to quit all my jobs and all my responsibilities to go out there and shoot. So I wasn't being paid. I shot 50 movies within a year. But when I had a chance to go out there, I shot many movies within a year. But with Ninja Production, maximum is two productions within a year. Maximum two productions within a year. And through that, you don't have the chance to explore your talents, to exhibit much of your talents out there because I have much in stock in me that I have to exhibit. So I had to go out there and start showcasing them. So since
Well,
then,
yeah,
that was my hate.
it,
Mhm.
it sounds like it. I mean, to be strong handled like that by a director and not be able to flourish as the way that you want, you know. I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
I don't blame you for swimming in other waters, if you know what I mean.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I understand you. Mhm.
But so after finding your groove, did you find another production that seemed to use your talents a little better after going away from Ninja Productions?
Yeah, I was groomed and trained by not only Ninja, but with a couple of directors, and I've learned a lot from them, and also I personally do a lot of research. So when I step out of Ninja production, I already have the gift, I already have the talents because I started acting from way back from class two. That was at the 10 I was 12 years. Acting way from 12 years, and I've been doing acting till I came back to Ghana here.
Okay.
So when I step out there, I was trained as a martial artist as well, and I met a couple of directors who were directing me and who were also make sure that I do the right thing. But for the stunts,
Okay.
For the stunts, I do all my stunts myself. I choreograph all my stunts myself. For all action scenes, I choreograph and I do all the blockings and also directions myself.
So of the roles that you've been a part of, and I know you don't. I know you didn't like being under Productions, but of the roles that you played with Ninja Productions, which were your favorite roles? Before we move on. Did you hear me?
Sorry, I didn't get you well.
When you were part of Ninja Productions, which roles were your favorites?
Hello.
When you were part of Ninja Productions, which were your favorite roles?
No, I prefer always fighting for the rights. That's all I do. As to fight to fight. I mean, most often I always be there. I mean, the protagonist in the story. Most often, I'm always the protagonist in the story, and also, most stories I always fight for rights.
Okay, and after let's see, let's talk about Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
Let
Devil May Cry is a story. I shot that with Ninja Production. That
okay,
was a production from Ninja, and that was
okay,
um. It's all about a story. Devil May Cry. It's about a story. A particular kingdom. There was a fight between two kings in a particular kingdom, and one of that is the devil's kingdom. So, one of the devil. I mean, one conquered the other, and somewhere along the line, the sword which the devil was using in the fight in the battle. So the sword dropped from his kingdom and fell on the earth. So that was his only strength. He had to retrieve the sword and get back to his kingdom.
okay,
His opposition to come. So when he found the sword, he had to take the sword home and kept it in his house. So he had to come. When he came down on earth, to locate his sword was also a problem. He had to deploy, or he had to create two of his subordinates or his servants to make sure they retrieve the sword for him. So they had to go around the earth to find the sword. So when they
okay,
find out that the sword was with a guy called Kojopoku, so they had to make sure they find this Kojopoku. And to locate Kojopoku was also a problem because where he was, his mother also had another spiritual as well. The sword was under the roof of this woman. And since the sword is under the roof of this woman with the powers, it's very difficult for the devils to locate the sword easily. So they had to go through is known everywhere. They started killing humankind. So they found the one called Kujipoku, and that Kujipoku was the one with the sword. And to retrieve the sword is not easy. So they had to fight against Kojopoku and all humankind that will come by their way. So, and Kojopoku, lucky for
what did
him,
what
he
did
repented from his my rule. I was Barak.
what did you find most difficult?
I was Okay, what I found difficult was during that set, mm, I mean, during then the production wasn't strong enough, financially healthy, so the production had to, we have to, while working, while shooting, I had also my other color job which I was doing. I mean, I was into this bed. Had to be at the I was a particular bank, and at the same time too, I was teaching, offer private teaching to some students at home. So doing these two things at a time, at the same time, work on set.
Correct.
Online. So I was working with my banking sector. I was working online at the bank, and also I was teaching, doing my extra teaching at home during the evening. So I had to work on the set, report home, and attend to my students in the evening. At the same time, too, during the day, I had to attend to my clients online. So I
Yeah.
was doing three things at a time. It wasn't easy by then. Though I was okay with that. Mhm.
Okay. And you told me about a
Those are
production
those are the
called B4.
difficulties I had then.
You told me about a production called B14 that you did after. Why don't you tell me a little bit about that production?
Yeah. Yeah,
And how?
B14. I played the role of Scorpion,
Okay.
and I was a and she was back in different African countries. So I've been working with her, and I was protecting her, and also make sure nobody comes her way. So even the security, anybody that comes her way, I wipe the person out. So I was a personal bodyguard there. When we came to Ghana here, she started dealing with drugs, and it's against the law of the land. So she find other means of working and also employing other the youth as well into the business. So had to, I mean, and they had to they So in the business, I make sure that nobody violate the rules of the business, and no one is to step out of the business. Nobody will also have to, play around with the business. So I was the one disciplining all the members, all the workers, the staffs in the business, and I make sure that she's also protected from any security personnel or any security attack. So I was working behind everything, and I work, I vanish, I have powers. I was possessed and I have a lot of powers that I work with.
Okay. Um, and after it was after B14 that you adapted the name Scorpio or Scorpion as your acting
The
name,
name
correct?
Scorpio.
from then on forward, correct? And that's when you were starting to get into films like Mortal Kombat, and I believe that you were in an adaptation of the Terminator, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I get all that. So so it sounds like he did a lot more than act. He worked as a banker, um, and he taught kids after some of the productions. So here he is again. So I understand that you were part of some of the Mortal Kombat films that were that were in Ghana, correct?
Yes, I did. I played the role of Scorpion in Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat is a story. We shot Mortal Kombat. It's a local story. We had a local story blend with the costume as well.
And
So
I
what we
also
did was that
oh, go ahead.
we had to chip in a little bit of Mortal Kombat story attached to our own way, our own story. So it wasn't a complete story from Mortal Kombat. Just that we had to use the idea. I mean, for market wise as well, and with the costume and a little bit about the story. And we had a different story altogether.
That's what I imagine. I mean, any production that does a different story to a franchise like that. I mean, in the states here, Kombat was based on the game, and you guys had to do it a little differently because you are from a different area of the world, so you got to involve the different like customs
Yeah,
and stuff that you learned, you know.
sure.
But who was the director that you worked on Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, yeah. We're just trying to make a blend, reach out. I mean, just be that. It's called it's called
Oh, yeah, real blocky at the moment. Sorry about that, folks. But yeah, I'm trying to get him to talk about his Mortal Kombat stuff. Um, and see who the director was, and maybe some of the difficulties. Um, and eventually, I'm going to bring it into what happened a year ago.
I'm sorry I don't have a stable network.
Not a problem. I understand, and I figure we'll get what we can, and if we don't get too far today, we'll do more days in the future. So, but we were talking about Mortal Kombat. So, uh, who was the director involved in those productions?
Yeah, he's called Committee. We call him Committee.
Okay, and what did you find difficult working on the sets of those particular films? Because I know filming works a little bit.
Right. Committee.
I know filming works a little bit differently
Mm, yeah,
in
sure.
your country, because we're
Sure.
like if we were to do like Mortal Kombat, we'd call it Mortal Kombat or Mortal Kombat Annihilation or or Mortal Kombat 2, 3, 4. Uh, you know, it's a little different on your side of the world because you did several productions.
Yeah. We did Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It was up to 8.
And
Yeah.
the thing is, it's worded a little different in your country, at least to me, and maybe to some other people. But 8 productions, that's a lot. Where did you happen to film that? What part of Ghana? Or where did Kometsi film that? All in the same area? Yeah, this is the blockiness that I'm talking about. So he was involved in 8 productions of Mortal Kombat, and supposedly it was by a
We,
director.
we, we normally do for the interest of a view.
Sorry, when we're having. So, after where exactly was the Mortal Kombat films filmed? What part of Ghana?
Kumasi. It was filmed in Kumasi. A part
Okay,
called Pasetia, that is off Nkawia Road, heading
and
to it's off the Western Corridors.
okay, and did of the 8 productions, were any of the locations moved to a different area? You know what I mean, right? You know what it. So, not to have any dead air, but it sounds. Oh, here we go again. Another snippet coming up right now. And we might not have him yet, but oh, here he might be. Um, it's starting to show up. I don't know if we'll have him yet. This isn't exactly the best video, ladies and gentlemen, but we will get him. Ah, hello
I
again.
mean,
Sorry about that.
hi.
But where uh, uh, did the Mortal Kombat productions go to any other different locations?
Okay, we choose that location due to the environment and the vast of land that we need because we don't need to portray the modern kind of building structures. We need at least an abstract area where we are not going to exhibit or in the scene. Went for where we can have bushes and enough land where we can shoot a story without having the modern structures in the scene. So that is the best place, and it's a very quiet environment too for shooting. We've been doing a whole lot of movies in and
Okay. Um, and were there any actors or actresses that you've enjoyed working with along the way?
yes, I have a couple of them. First is my colleague Taylor B Taylor, huge tall guy. Shao Kahn, that is the Shao Kahn in the story. The big, that huge guy. Enjoy working with him very well because we are very compatible. Very compatible. Whenever we are to choreograph a fight, we understand ourselves very, very better. And also Van Damme, that is Walker Benton. Walker Benton. Also is also one of the guy too. Is very we are also compatible too. Whenever we work too, it's good for us. We are very compatible. And also
Eh,
Amanda. Amanda is also a lady. I mean, I call her the queen of action. She's very bumpy though, but she's very active, very, very strong and active. And she also has a little knowledge about martial arts too.
Now, you have told me yourself that you've been in over 400 productions, correct? Oh, here are some more moments of dead space, at least for me.
So there is under acrobat too. Those are the drama.
Oh, he'll be back. So he's mentioned a couple of actors and actresses that he has worked with. Some that he is compatible. It sounds like some of them end up adapting names of American actors sometimes. Definitely interesting. Oh, the devices is not connected yet. We'll see here in a moment whether he connects again, or I can't add him to the stream. Oh, here we go. And let me add him to the stream. Okay. So you were talking about a female actress that you were that you said that you worked with before.
Yeah,
That you've liked um,
yeah, female actress
acting with.
who is also a fighter, Amanda, the bumpy girl.
Okay, and what
Yeah, and
movies
she's very
have you
good,
worked with her
very,
on?
very, very good. Mhm.
What
She's
films
very
have you
good.
worked with her on?
And at least I call her queen of the action, queen of action. Several movies, 3X, Agu. I've worked with the Mortal Kombat, 3X, Agu, um, Bad Boys. I think No Retreat, No Surrender. No, she wasn't in that, and a whole lot of action movies. She's in that story as well. I also did Jungle Boy. She was in that.
Oh. Here we go again. Jungle Boy. I've got that one. And here we go. Device is not connected yet. Sorry about the dead air, folks, but here we go. I'm going to add them to the stream right now. Oh. There we go. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. So let's talk about Bad Boys and Jungle Boy, if you can hear me. Sorry about the connection, folks. It's just really bad over there. I think we'll try one more time to get him on. And then we'll try for next week. But I don't know about you, but I've kind of enjoyed some of these snippets. All right, sorry about that. So I figured since you talked about Jungle Boy and Bad Boys, why don't you tell us a little bit about those productions? If this doesn't begin to work, I'm going to say let's try to get more next week. Sometimes it's the connection and might work better on a different day. We've covered some ground today, so that's at least good. So we've covered a lot of ground, I think, for the connection issues that we've had. Um, we'll see what happens when he comes back on. It's just kind of a waiting game. But it sounds like he's had an interesting time. But in any case, if I don't see him back in the next moment or so, I think that this will be it. But yeah, it sounds like he's had an interesting time. So I think I'm going to sign off here, at least for this moment. Um, but I think this was a good first interview with him. I definitely have a lot more questions for him, and I know that last year he was attacked by assassins in real life, so I hope to get um, up to that story. But in any case, thank you for uh, joining us and hearing at least a little bits of snippets that we could. I mean, this is an actor that was very much, uh, and I want to get him to say it here. He said that he was involved in over 400 productions. So I'm looking forward to having another discussion with him. So thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day, ladies and gentlemen.